What's up, family? My name is Jeremy, and before we get on with the actual PowerPoint presentation, I want to give you guys a visual representation of what it is that we're doing, okay? I also want to take some time so that you guys can kind of get to know me, okay? I want you guys to know that I'm simply an average guy. I'm nothing special. I don't put myself on a pedestal. I'm not I'm not one of those guys on social media that sits around, takes pictures on his phone in front of like rental Ferraris, like wealth club, wealth visionaries. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's not me, that's not us. Our movement is not about that, okay? Our movement is about education. Our movement is about empowering each other through education. Our movement is about striving to be better, pushing each other to be better. It's about family. It's about humility, okay? We always stay humble. And if you ask anyone in my movement, they will tell you that's what we're about. That's what we're about. You see, there's a lot of companies that are popping up that claim to be, all these Forex companies that claim to be about education, yet the sad reality is most of those guys are multi-level marketers. They don't really give a damn about teaching. They simply make commission off recruiting people, bringing them into their companies, and the top guys are the ones making all the money, okay? So that's not what we're about. We're about education. I do offer a scholarship program in my academy in which you have the opportunity to invite 2 to 3 people a month to cover your tuition, but that's simply to benefit you guys, okay? That's simply to help those that don't have the money to pay for their education, okay? Even though I am tremendously cheap, there's guys out there that just don't have the extra money, you know? I have students that are fathers. I have students that are the head of their households. I have students that are still in high school, you know? And I mean, these guys aren't making bank. That's a sad reality. So I did that to help you guys out. I've gotten some bad comments from people claiming that I'm some pyramid scheme or whatever. But buddy, hit me up. I'll give you a handful of free lessons. You tell me what you think, all right? You'll see what we really are about. We're about education. We're about empowering each other, okay? Listen, guys, I have the same goals as you guys. I'm simply doing this for my freedom. I'm doing this because I want to break free from the system. I want to break the mold. I want to be the best that I can do. Most importantly, I want to be independent. I want to set a good example, okay? Alright, that's my little rant for the day. Sorry about that. Alright, let's get to the actual presentation. Alright, so let me move this down a bit. I hope you can see that. Alright, so what we're doing is we do Forex, okay? Forex stands for foreign exchange, and essentially what it is it's currency exchange. Much like the stock market, much like commodities, trading futures, or whatever it is that you know, we trade Forex by looking at a graph, okay? A visual representation of price action. So it's very simple. Here we have the x-axis, which represents the time intervals, and then we have the y-axis, which represents the price. Now, you should have learned that in school. Hopefully you paid attention. But, alright, so the way that we trade is we have a graph, and every graph represents a currency pair. What that means is two currencies are represented, okay? So in this particular example, we're going to use the Euro-US dollar. And it'll have a price, such as this. We're going to keep it simple, just for explanation purposes. So, Euro-US dollar, and the quote, the price is 1.5000. Now, what this price indicates, what this number indicates, is that if I wanted to go ahead and buy a euro, it would cost me 1.5 US dollars, okay? Now, if I had a euro and I wanted to sell it for dollars, I would get 1.5 US dollars, okay? So, I hope it's simple so far. So again, looking at it with bigger numbers, if I wanted to buy 100 euros, I would have to spend 150 US dollars, okay? If I was to sell 100 euros for dollars, I would get 150 US dollars, okay? So now, the coolest part about Forex, in my opinion, is you can make money whether price is moving up or down, buddy. So, alright. Also, I hope you guys are taking notes or writing this down. This is all important information, okay? And, it's the only way to really learn it. There's no way that you're just going to absorb everything that I'm telling you, okay? You're not a computer. You're a human being. So, get to writing. Alright, so if price is moving down, you sell, okay? Very simple. So now, in order to determine whether price is going to move up or down, we use a method called technical analysis, okay? That's what I teach my students, technical analysis. What that means is we analyze historical price data. So we look at the chart, but we move back into the past, okay? We look at the historical price data, and we see how price has moved in the past, okay? How it's reacted at certain price points. So we use that data along with pattern recognition, and it's all very simple stuff, okay? You just have to review it a few times and you'll get the hang of it. So we do that along with pattern recognition to try to predict how price will move in the future, okay? Very simple. I'll give you guys a quick example. Alright, so say price is moving upwards, okay? You're assuming that price is going to continue to move upwards, okay? So now, if price moves upwards, you buy, okay? You buy. What this means is, alright, say price is right here currently, okay? Right here, and price is at 1.5000, okay? So again, what this means is that if I'm buying euros, okay? I'm buying euros. So for this example, we're going to say that I am buying 100 euros at this price, okay? Makes sense? 100 euros at 1.500. So now, what this means is I'm spending 150 US dollars to buy those 100 euros, okay? So if I'm buying, I'm looking for price to go upwards, okay? So I'm buying my 100 euros for $150. Say I'm going to hold on to those euros and price is going to continue to move upwards, okay? And then say, here is our target, okay? 1.700. 1.700 is our target. So we hold on to our euros as the value rises. So once it gets to our target, what do? We close out our trade. So now what this does is it takes those euros that we bought and it's going to turn them back into dollars, okay? So now those same 100 euros, since price has risen, those same 100 euros, when I trade them back to dollars, is actually going to give me $170. Makes sense? So we profited $20. Just like that, just from simple price movement, okay? So now, again, I'm keeping it simple right now, and I'm using fairly small numbers simply because I'm assuming that you guys don't have a lot of money right now, right? But, excuse me. So, now imagine if you were trading a couple $1,000s. Alright, so now let's talk about selling. Let's talk about how you can profit. How you can profit if price is moving downwards, okay? So again, same concept. We're using the euro as our main currency. So if we say that we are selling, it means that we are selling euros, okay? So when price is moving downwards, we sell. And now, in order to sell euros, you don't necessarily need to have euros in your account, okay? Basically, your broker allows you to use currency that other clients have deposited in their accounts. It's a process called rehypothecation. It's very simple. I don't want to get too into that right now, though, because, you know, this is simply an introduction for you guys. So, alright, so say price is moving downwards. Say price is currently trading right here, and again, we're going to use the same price, 1.5000, okay? So now say I'm going to sell 100 euros. Now again, you don't need to have them in your account, but you can still take part in the trade, okay? So now you're going to sell 100 euros. What this means is you're going to sell 100 euros and you're going to have $150, right? again, because price is 1.5. So 100 euros for $150. So now I'm going to hold on to these $150 as price makes its way downwards, okay? And we're going to say that our target is 1.0, okay? So we held those $150 as price came down to 1.0. So now we want to close out our trade, okay? So when you close out our trade it trades it back to the other currency. So now we're going to close our trade out at 1.0, okay? 1.0. So what this means is for every euro that I buy or sell, it costs $1, okay? So if I buy a euro, it's going to cost me exactly $1.0. If I'm going to sell a euro, it's going to cost me $1.0, okay? Make sense? So now, I can go ahead and close out my trade here, which means I'm going to buy back euros at a lower price. So now, those initial 100 euros are going to turn into 150 euros. $50 profit, just like that. Now again, imagine if you're trading a couple $1,000. Money, buddy, money. Alright, so again, I don't want to get too into this simply because I'm assuming you guys are beginners, okay? So I want to talk to you guys about risk management, your ability to control the risk that you're taking. Because obviously in anything like this, there's always risk involved, okay? You could lose money as well. It's not all about making it. In order for someone to make money, there's got to be someone out there losing money, okay? And now let me tell you, the people that lose money in this game are the people that see it as gambling, people that think it's about luck, people who just want to go in there and play like a casino. Let me tell you, buddy, that's not like that. That's not how you win. You win by understanding that this is a skill. This is an ability. How do you gain an ability or a skill? You educate yourself, okay? So if you have proper education, you have the ability to make educated decisions, okay? And that's how we win money. Alright, so let me teach you something about risk management real quick, alright? So now, say the trend is moving upwards, right? So you see it, and obviously, again, remember, when the trend is moving up, we buy. We buy, we hold it until price gets higher, and then we sell. We sell it back at a lower, we sell it back and end up with more, okay? I really hope I was clear. I'm sorry. But, alright, so I'm going to teach you guys a little about risk management, how to control your risk. So, quick example. If we were trading stocks, for example, in the stock market, you buy low, you hope the price is going to move upwards, and then you're going to sell. You're going to sell at a higher price, right? Quite simple concept to understand. However, if in the stock market, the value of your shares goes down, there's nothing that you can do about it. You can hope to sell them at a lower price and cut your loss, but there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to sell them, right? So, buddy, if price goes against you in the stock market, you're pretty much screwed, right? So now, let me show you something about Forex. Alright, in the Forex market, we have a tool that allows us to control 100% of our risk, okay? It's called our stop loss. Now, essentially what the stop loss means is, alright, so say price is moving upwards, we determine that we're going to enter our trade at this area, okay? On that little retracement, we're going to enter the price, or the pair, and we're going to be looking for price to continue to move upwards, right? And then we hope to profit up here. However, no one's perfect, we all make mistakes, and you can't guarantee that every single one of your trades is going to be 100%, okay? That's unrealistic. I'm not going to sit here and lie to your face like that because it's just not going to happen that way, okay? Essentially what this means is, if you enter the trade here, you can set your tool called the stop loss at this area right here, okay? What that means is, what your stop loss does is, okay, you're speculating the price is going to move upwards, right? However, if price went against you and started dropping, I mean, the lower it goes, you're losing money, makes sense? So what your stop loss does is it allows you to determine the maximum amount of money that you're willing to risk per trade, which in this example would be this area right here, so from here to here. And if price went against you, if price started falling, the second that price reached this area, it would pull you out of the trade. And granted, you would take a loss, but it would be a very small loss. You know, it would be you determine the amount that you lose. Okay. So very simple. This is how we're able to minimize our losses and maximize our profits. Because if we have proper education to trade a trend, I mean, more often than not, price is it's gonna be a trend continuation, you know, so we can profit off that. So that's how we guarantee that we maximize our profits and minimize our losses, okay? Simple education. I really hope I'm being clear with you guys. I really hope you guys are still with me. Alright. So now again, it's very important. I'm not here to sell you guys a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not here to hype up some bullshit dream for you. I'm not here to tell you that you're gonna be a millionaire tomorrow, or that in 6 months you're gonna be a millionaire. And that's unrealistic. That's BS. If anyone is telling you that, they're lying to you. Okay? I'm not gonna sit here and lie to your face. I'm here to help you. Okay? I'm here to offer you a skill that I've done very well with, a skill that has allowed me to become self-employed and work for myself from home. Okay, so I'm telling you, you can do this as well. If you have any questions about my program or any interest in it, contact me. I'll happily give you a few free lessons. You tell me what you think. If it sounds like something you'd be interested in doing, sure, contact me. We can get you in the program, okay? Have a good day, homie.